Hello everyone, welcome to another video on my channel. I am Marshall3498. Today's motovlog topic, what I'd like to talk about is, of course, like most of my videos, and that is motorcycle related. And I'm kind of on the fence about two different bikes that I've recently ridden. One is the Yamaha fj09. Another one is one I recently rode just a couple weeks ago as of filming this video, and that is a Yamaha fjr1300. I'm interested for next riding season to get it at the beginning of 2018 riding season to really start out fresh with a new bike and really do some touring, you know, some 2 or 3 day trips, maybe even have some days where I have to travel 300 or 400 miles in one day to make my destination and places I want to see along the route and way. And I'm on the fence because while the fj09 is very comfortable bike and a good riding position, you know, it's upright, the bars are more, you know, say about right here, so to speak, so it puts you straight upright, no pressure on your lower back or shoulders or anything like that. The leg position is good as far as how much room and how much bend in the knee. It's not too aggressive and something that I don't think would cramp up over a long ride. There's certainly people that tour on fj09s. Of course, it all depends on what you want. You know, you could throw a set of saddlebags and a taller windshield on it and, you know, like a throttle assist or whatever, or like a cramp buster or something like that. Either one of those would probably work. And do some touring on it, you know, hit the road, gone. The bike's more capable of, it gets good gas mileage, has a pretty good sized gas tank, plenty of power for running down the interstate speeds, even with bags and other stuff on it, especially just one up. But the main problem I have with that is by the time I buy an fj09, put some bags on it, you know, modified a little bit for touring, you know, that's, you know, by the time, regardless whatever bags I've priced some by Shad. They're the cheapest and significantly more capacity than the stock Yamaha ones and half the price. But by the time I do a windshield on it, you know, and if end up having to pay almost full price for that bike and, you know, say spend $1,000 to $1,500 on it by the time I put an aftermarket seat on it as well, which those of you who do a lot of touring, you got to have a good seat or it will make your day miserable. I know that from my Yamaha FC06. I've got a Yamaha Comfort seat on here, which I'm sure isn't the best touring seat in the world, but it's much better than the stock one, so it works for me. But thing about it is if I can get a leftover like a 2017 FJR or FJ09, if I get a good deal on, especially the more expensive one, which is the FJR, is about $5,500 on the base model over full price of a FJ09. So by the time I do all that, if I can get a pretty good deal on the FJR, say get it in the 12 to 13 area, I'm only going to be spending about a couple $1,000s more by the time I put all the stuff on the FJ09 versus buying just the FJR to begin with, which has much better wind protection as far as what I can tell in a little demo ride, especially if I was to put a touring screen on it. Then you'd be totally, as they say, in the bubble. And that would really help out, you know, in bad weather and rain and when it's colder and stuff like that. Another thing too, the FJR, while it is an option that you can add to the fj09, FJR already comes with heated grips, you know, a decent windshield. I'm sure a lot of people change the windshield on the FJRs. I find for my height, I'm 5'10", with a 32-inch inseam. With it all the way up, it's just barely hitting the top of my helmet as far as like air going in the intake vents of the helmet. I think that would work for me. You know, again, like I said, you know, aftermarket windshield's only between, say, $150 to $250. That's not a big deal. I probably still would change the seat on the FJR. Maybe not at first, but eventually. But and then of course the FJR has cruise control, much better for touring. FJR has a bigger seat. Bigger gas tank. The rudder triangle on the FJR is not exactly what it is on the fj09. It's a little bit of forward lean, but not enough for at least my reach as far as my arm length and stuff. It's much more comfortable than my FZ6, which is not forward lean too bad, but does get to you after, say, about 150 miles. At least for me anyway. But I don't know, I'm on the fence about it, because I feel like if I'm gonna buy a new bike, I should spend a couple more $1,000s and just get what I want. Plus, the FJR shaft drive, so if you get caught out in the rain or whatever turn, you're not freaking out like, oh no, I gotta relube the chain soon or else it's gonna mess the chain up, because there is no chain on the FJR, it's shaft drive. So you change the oil fluid in the differential every so often, that's it. No chain greasing, no adjusting the chain, no nothing. The more I think about it to myself, I'm trying to convince myself, is it worth the extra money? And I think in the long run it is. Both are fantastic bikes, both are capable of turn, but I just feel like for my take, the FJR's a better suit for it, Let me know down in the comments, any of my subscribers and anybody who watches this. Give me your opinions and maybe your thoughts on the matter. And maybe help me to try to decide. I've been doing some research and reading and watching some videos on both bikes and just trying to make my mind up. But I think in the long run, especially if I can get a good deal on a FJR, where I'm going to buy it, or it's going to be a leftover, and I'm going to buy it at the beginning of riding season where it's still kind of winter time, and nobody's really going to be buying any bikes at that time. Because let's face it, most people, if it's not at least 50 degrees, they're not going to go out and go ride. That's just, they're not going to, and that's okay. Everybody's different. I myself, if it's above 35, I've got warm enough gear to stay warm at least for an hour, just to get out on the weekend and just maybe not commute to work on the bike, but just to get out on the weekend and ride for about an hour or so, just enough to clear your head and have fun. That's my opinion anyway. So, but that's all I got for this vlog, guys. Sorry to kind of go on a rant, but it's just something in my mind that I just can't wrap my head around. I thought maybe y'all guys could help me out a little bit to maybe make my final decision whenever that decision comes up. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Have fun, ride safe, and for those of you watching this, have much more other kind of content on my channel. First ride reviews, scenic riding places I go into, rider advice, motorcycle gear that I currently own and thoroughly tested, and much more. So on that, guys, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you think, and we'll see you on the next one.